Hi all, good evening. Hello. Am I audible to everyone? Shirisha, Mangala, Venkat?
Yes, Venkat garu, we can hear.
Okay, okay. Actually, sorry for the inconvenience. I woke up little late today. So it's connected after 15 minutes. So, so today what I will do, as we discussed all these collection classes, right? For the list interface, array list, linked list, vector, stack. So you can practice. Is anyone able to share the screen? Because I have shared two materials for the collections. Or else give me one minute. I will share my screen. I will guide everyone how to practice. So because the practice is very important. Is anyone started practicing collection classes yesterday? Any chance? So practice is important. So please utilize today for practicing.
Hello,
I'll share
hello,
my.
sir. I can share my screen. Like you can show me on the W3 schools.
No, no, don't go to all the websites. I am sharing my screen, Mangala. Okay.
Okay.
See, because if you are understanding the concepts, then it is very easy to open any website. But first, we need to understand the basic, what is this collection classes and all. Then, what is the purpose of each method? Then only it will be useful to go through any website. So, but we are at the initial stage, right? So, I will explain the material which I shared, each method. Then we can practice it. Okay. So, otherwise, it will get confusion for everyone. First, initially, we need to understand each method purpose. What are these classes? What are the hierarchy? Then it will be easy to go to any website. I hope you understood, Mangala. Okay.
Yes, I do, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Because collections is very important topic. Anyway, whoops is without whoops you can't able to start practicing anything. You can't able to understand. And that's why what is a class, object, everything we have gone through in whoops concept. Polymorphism, abstraction, inheritance, encapsulation. After that, collection is the second most important concept. So please understand each class interface which we are using in the collections. I'm sharing my screen. So I have shared my screen. So I hope everyone able to see my screen. So see, we have discussed about the classes, right? Array list and linked list. Okay. So under the list interface, these are the two important classes: array list and linked list. Okay. See here, the why array list is better than array. Create array list, add element, change element, remove element. Whatever methods we have gone through yesterday, these are all the functionalities when we use those methods. See here, why array list is better than array. Array is a normal concept, the data structure which we are using in array list also, right? The limitation with array is that it has a fixed length. So the length for the array is fixed. So if it is full, once the array is full, you can't add any more elements to the array. So likewise, if there are number of elements gets removed from this from the memory from the array. If when you are removing the number of elements from the array, the memory consumption would be the same as it does not shrink. That means, example, in when you are technically speaking, whenever you are creating an object in Java, whenever you are creating some array list classes, everything, na, it will occupy some memory. Okay. So for that memory in the array concept, right? Even though if you want to remove some element from the array, so it won't reduce the array. The array size will be the, that means the memory size I'm saying. So example, if you are inserted some 10, 20 elements in the array, so you remove some 5 elements from the array. Even though the array is having 15 elements out of 20, the memory size won't shrink. The memory size occupied with the 20 elements becomes the same. That is one of the disadvantage in array. And also you can't insert the elements once the array is filled. So that's why array list concept is useful in the collections. And the other array list can dynamically grow. That means it is array list means you can insert any number of elements and dynamically. So when you are removing the elements from the array list, it won't shrink the memory. That means and shrink after addition of removal of elements below. That means when you are decreasing it, it will remove the elements. Then again you can add the elements in the array list. That means there is no specific length. You can add as many elements as we need. So dynamically we can insert the elements in the array list. So array list class enables us to use predefined methods of it. That means as I showed yesterday, the predefined methods means add method, add all method, remove method, okay, index of method, and also this get method. All are predefined methods in the array list class, because list interface is having all these methods. We are inheriting the array list is inherit the class under the list interface, right? So we're importing all the interfaces and classes in array list class. Then you can utilize those methods, predefined methods in the array list class, as we have seen in the example yesterday. Add method, remove method, get method. So we can use it. Okay. Let's see the diagrams to understand the addition and removal of the elements in the array list. If you see adding element in array list at specified position, the positions means if you see the green color numbers, right? Numeric numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in this diagram, the array list data structure. So 0 is the index of 0th index, the position 0. First is index 1, the position 1. Like that, we have 9 positions starting from the 0th position. So in the array list, the elements will be inserted and removed based on the index, the position number. So at the 0th position, we have stored 11 numeric number, integer 11. In the first index, we have stored 99 number. Like that, we have stored the around 10 elements in the array list. So adding element 55 at fourth position. Example, after inserting some 10 elements in the array list, if we want to insert any other new element in certain position, here in this example, they are trying to add 55 element. That means 55 integer number at fourth position. That means fourth index. So if you see here 0, 1, 2, 3, that means index 3, the fourth, they are saying adding element in the array list at specified position. So they are trying to add in index 3. Index 3 means 0, 1, 2, 3. At index 3, the first, the existing element is 5, number 5. So it is in the place of index 3, we are adding 55 integer number element. So that's why now after inserting 55 into the array list at index 3, at this third index, what number it is showing now? 55 number. At fourth index, the same 5 number which previously available in third index, it is moved to fourth index. So when we are increasing the array size, right, the elements are moved to the next indexes. Okay. So this is a array list. We are adding the elements in this way. Okay. So when we are removing the elements from the array list, so removing element, see here, if we have in this example, we have added some 10 objects, that means 10 elements starting from 0 index to 9th index. So we have stored some 10 integer objects into the array list. Then we are trying to remove element 23. That means at 6th index, element 23 is we are removing from this array list. So after removing this array 23 using the remove method from index 6, one second. So see, after we have removed 23 from the index 6, then now after removing 23 at index 6, the 7th number is the move to index 6. Earlier it is at 7th index, 7th number was there. Now it is moved to 6th index because we removed one integer 23 from this array list. So this is how this data structure works, array list data structure. The pictorial this representation to understand better how we are storing it, how we are removing from the array list. So there is a list of several this and all, okay. How to create array list? How to create array list means, if you see, as we explained, the string is data type, right? So this is the statement we for creation of array list, the collections. If you see a list here, array list is a class name. Okay, string is a data type. 1 second, guys. Sorry, my son's college bus came. Sorry for that. So here, in this example, this statement, as we all know, this is the syntax, the line of code we are writing for the creation of object for the array list class. Okay. Here, a list is a object. Okay. Array list is the object, and string is a data type. So we are inserting the string type, that means string data type elements into the array list. So how we are creating array list object, array list in the collections means, this is the syntax, the same Java object creation syntax. Class name, object name, new operator, class name. Here class name is array list. A list is object name. String we are passing in the collections framework. Always when you are creating any class object in the collection framework, we need to mention the data type of the elements which we are storing into the corresponding class. So that's why we are mentioning the string data type. So array list is a string data type. So this is the under, as I mentioned yesterday, we haven't, it is okay if you are not mentioning string in second time here. You can give empty angular brackets also. Just you can give mention string once again also. It's not a, it won't give any other. So this is the way we are creating array list class object in collection framework. If you see, similarly, we can create array list that accepts int elements. If you see here, we are storing string elements, the string objects, and again, when you are want to insert integer elements, then you can mention the integer data type while creating a object for the array list class. So if you want to insert in a single as per your project requirement, two array list, one array list with the string objects, another array list with the integer objects, then you need to create two objects. One is for the storing the string objects, the string elements. Another array list object is to store the integer objects. So this is how we need to create it. The syntax will be the same. The class name, data type, object name equal to new operator and class name, and data type and with open bracket, close bracket and semicolon. The syntax will be the same, but we are changing the data type because based on the requirement, we will create an object to store the particular data type elements into the array list. So here a list is storing the string type of elements. List object is storing integer type of elements. So that means in Java, as we all know, we can create more than one object for a class, right? In object example, in a single class, we can create more than one object for the same class. So here array list is a class. This is a oops concept we have gone through, right? Array, if we here the class is array list, a list are objects. That means we are creating multiple objects for the array list class. So how to add the elements? We have gone through yesterday, right? So after creating the object for the array list class, we need to use the object reference, like in this example. So array list object dot add method. So add method is the predefined method available in the array collection framework, right? The list interface is having these methods, and array list is a class under list interface. So we are importing these methods. So add method is available in array list class. So we are calling using the array list object, we are calling the add method of the array list, and we are adding a one string object, string element, Steve. So always string element we need to mention in the within the double quotations. Then it's a string value. So we have added 6 string elements into the array list using array list object. So using add method. So after adding all the 6 string elements, we are displaying the array list. So how it will display? First it will display Steve and Tim like this. See here, Steve, Tim, Lucy, Pat, Angela, Tom. So this way it will display when you are trying to display using system.out.println. The array list will display the sequential order. The first added is Steve. Second added string element is Tim. The sequential order it will display because array list always follows order. While inserting elements or removing elements, it will follow the order. So if you see here, since index starts with 0, index 3 would represent 4th position. Not that means, as we all know, always in the this is the array concept, right? Always the Steve element, the first element stored in 0th index. So Tim is storing first index, Lucy is storing second index, Steve is storing third index. Okay. So in array list, as we know, it will allow the duplicates also. Steve already inserted at a 0th index. Again, we can insert in any other index the same Steve string object. So here we can, that means we are allow, it is array list is allowing the duplicate elements. Okay. So here Steve stored in third index 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Before inserting a duplicate element at third index, pat string element was there. So Steve is 0th index, Tim is first index, Lucy is second index value, third index value string value is pat. Okay. So always the elements inserted removed based on the positions in the array list concept. So change an element in array list. So for changing the element, we have a set method. We have seen yesterday in example. Set method of the array list class. Add method is for the adding the elements. Set method is to change the elements, replacing. So in this example, if you see, we in this class example, so always, as I mentioned, we need to import the array list. That's why import java.util.array list. Or instead of array list, if you mention star also, it is okay, because star means it is a represents all the classes of the util package. So if you want to import only array list, you can declare like this: java.util.array list. Directly you are importing array list package. So import java.util package and you importing the array list class methods. So public class, the class name, Java example is the class name, and public static void main method. Inside that we are creating object for the array list. Names is a object name, array list is a class name. So object names is created for the array list class. After creation of object reference dot add method. We are calling the add method to store the string elements. And these are the add method. For change the element, we are using set method. Set method. So object dot set method, and where we are changing the existing element at 0 index. That means 0 position. So we are changing the string element at 0 index to Lucy. Okay, here in this example, Jim is first element, right? So when you are using set method, we are mentioning the index number, and using set method we can change the existing string to new string in the array list. So set method is to change the element purpose. So where it is changing the at 0th position. So before set method, as per these 4 elements, it will store like Jim, Jack, Ajit, Chaitanya. So 0th position Jim was there. But after using set method, we are replacing Jim with Lucy. Then after using set method, the output will be like this: Lucy, Jack, Ajit, Chaitanya. In place of Jim, Lucy is stored. So using the set method, that is the changing the element in the array list. So in interview, they will ask you, interviewer, how you will change the element. Then you need to mention in array list class, we have a set method. So for set method will be used to change the element. So it will, we can mention the index, the position number, and then you can give the object, either string or integer. Then in the particular index, existing element will be changed with the new element. Existing element is Jim at 0 index. So after changing, the Lucy is the new element, right? So it is replaced, the Jim is replaced by Lucy. That's why the output should be like this. And the same way, how to remove the array list. So array list means the same add method for adding the elements, remove method to remove the string elements. So in this example, we have added 6 string objects. So first we created a array list object, and array list object dot add method we are calling. So we are storing 6 string elements. After adding 6 string elements, we are calling using the remove method for remove the elements. So what elements we are removing? So we are removing the Steve and Angela. So you can, instead of mentioning the string element directly, you can give index number also. Like example, in place of Steve here, remove, after remove, you can mention 0. That means it will remove the 0th index value. After instead of mentioning Angela, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. At 4th index, Angela is stored, right? Because starting element is 0th index. So first index, second index, third index, and Angela is stored in 4th index. So instead of mentioning Angela in remove method, you can give 4, number 4. That means the 4th index value will be removed. So we can you can mention either way. Directly you can mention the string object or else index number. So if you see here, A list remove 2. Here they mention the string element. Here they mention only index. So if you see here, after adding all 6 elements, we are displaying the object, array list object, system.out.println of A list. Then the output will be Steve, Tim, Lucy, Pat, Angela, Tom. Sequential order. Steve is the first one, Tim is the second one, Lucy is the third element, like the same way till Tom. 6 string elements stored in this output. So after removing Steve and Angela, again we are displaying the array list object. So first 0th index, that means Steve is removed, Angela is removed. In this, by showing these 2 lines of code, so we are removing 2 string elements using remove method. Then the output will be Tim, Lucy, Pat, Tom, because Steve and Angela are removed using remove method. Then the output is Tim, Lucy, Pat, Tom. After that, again we removed a second index value. So in this example, in this output, after removing 2 Steve and Angela, the output, the existing elements are Tim, Lucy, Pat, Tom. Again we are removing second object, second index object means Tim is a 0 index, Lucy is a first index value, Pat is second index value. So we are removing second index means Pat. We are removing the Pat string element from the array list. Then after removing Pat, the output would be Tim, Lucy, Tom. So system.out.println, after removing the second index value, we are displaying the array list using system.out.println method. So array list will display Tim, Lucy, Tom. So this is how array list data structure will work. So iterating array list, we have discussed this yesterday also. Iteration means where if we have some 10 elements, we can use the looping concept to iterate from starting element to the last element, okay, to do the operations on the objects or to display what here we are displaying just simply. So for iteration concept, we are using for loop here, advanced for loop. This is not a normal for loop. Advanced for loop can call for each loop. The naming convention we can use for enhanced for loop, and the advanced for loop is for each loop. So in this example, we have displayed array list elements just by referring the array list instance. That means like this, array list dot, which is definitely not the right way to display the elements. The correct way of displaying the elements is by using advanced for loop. See what they are saying is, in this above example, we haven't used any iteration concept. So directly we are displaying the array list. after adding the array list, elements into the array list. This is not the proper way we need to use in the programming of collections. So we need to, it is not for display purpose, right? We need to iterate through starting element to the last element, and then we need to use the whatever functions we want to use. Here we used system.out.println method to display the array list elements. But before that, we are iterating through for each loop. That means enhanced advanced for loop concept. Here advanced for loop is, in this example, after creating the object for the array list, we are adding some 5 string objects. So this is a whatever value inside the double quotations, right? This total value is a string value. So we are adding 5 string objects, 5 string elements into the array list. So after adding the 5 elements into array list, we are using for an advanced for loop for within for open bracket, and we need to give the new object because the existing elements in the array list are string type. That's why we need to create a mention a new object str. In place of str, you can give your name, any name, but meaningful name we should give. So we are giving str because already existing elements are string type. That's why we are, for naming convention, we have used for the new object is str, which is a string type. So in for each loop, always we need to give the new object first, the data type and new object, colon. After that, not semicolon, colon, and the existing array list object, a list. So the meaning is the array list object elements are assigning to the new object str. So for each loop, always we need to first add elements into the array list object, and then in the for each loop, we need to assign array list object into the new object using the syntax, the data type, object, new object name, colon, existing object name for that class. Then all the 5 string objects will be assigned to the str. That means currently all 5 string elements earlier before assigning to the a list, that means existing array list object to new object str, before assigning this, before doing this enhanced for loop assignment, then that means the 5 elements, string elements available in the array list object, a list. But after assigning a list into a string object, the 5 string elements available in the str. That's why we are displaying using system.out.println. We are displaying the str object. That means using for loop, we are iterating through first element to, from starting from first element to the fifth element. 5 elements stored here, 5 string elements. So using for loop, enhanced for loop, so we are iterating starting from the 0th index element to 4th index. That means total 5 elements. So we are iterating through each element, and we are displaying a str object here. So that's why it is displaying the first output is George Clegane, Gregor Clegane, and Carl Drogo, and Cersei Lannister. So like this, all the string elements will be displayed when you are giving system.out.println of str, because str is having all 5, because array list object assigned to str in for loop, enhanced for loop. So this is the concept of how we can use advanced for loop for iteration of the elements in the array list concept. The same way array list size. Okay, size in the sense, so we have size is a method. We have a method, add all method. The same way, size is one of the method we used in array list. So in the job interviews also, interviewer will ask you how you will calculate size of the array list. Then we need to answer. We have a size method inside the array list class. Then we need to use the size method to calculate the size of the array. Okay, to find the size of the array. So number of elements in array list. So to find the number of elements in the array list, size means, example, in the array list you have stored some 10 elements. When you are identifying the size, then it will find how many elements stored in array list. So using size method, we can identify how many numbers of elements stored in the array list. So as we all know, first statement is when you are writing any class in collections, import java.util package and class main method, and in the main method create the object array list object, numbers is array list object dot add method. Then we are inserting because array list object is integer type. That's why we are inserting the numeric numbers. 1, 7, 5, 6 are numeric numbers. So in the object, we are inserting 6 numeric numbers. So after adding 4 integer numbers using add method in the array list object, we are displaying it. So how we are displaying? If you see here, just we are displaying the size of the array list. We stored 4 integer objects. The size should be 4. So when you are using size method, that means object dot size. So object is numbers, array list object dot size method. So always in the class you need to call the methods using object only, right? So numbers is array list object dot method name is size. So open bracket, close bracket. For every method in Java, we need to use open bracket, close bracket. So size is a method used to find the number of elements stored in the array list. So when you are using numbers, the array list object dot size method, then it will identify the size of the array list. The size of the array list, how it will calculate means based on the stored integer objects in this example. So here 4 integer objects stored in the array list. Then size should be 4. So if you see the output, we are asking system to print system.out.println the number of elements in the array list colon. So whatever value inside the double quotations is string value. So output should be number of elements in array list colon, and then we are concatenating plus symbol. So plus we are concatenating numbers dot size method. That means array list object dot size method. We are combining this value with the number of elements in array list colon string value. That's why the output should be number of elements in array list colon, and numbers dot size method means it is identifying the how many integer number, how many elements stored in the array list. So here 4 elements stored. That's why the output should be 4. So this is how the array list size method will work to identify the elements stored in the array list. The size, that means we can call the size of the array list. The same way see why I'm explaining each line by line means when you are using the methods like a size method, remove method, get method, add all method, index of method. So then you can understand unset method. So you just start practicing from today like this, write the program like this. First do one thing, the same class, single class, use add method first and then set method. And then, so just I'm telling example, add the remove method. Okay, remove method used here. So use multiple methods in a single example, then see the output. Then you can able to understand how it is working. What is the purpose of each method? Okay. And we have this sort method also. The same way, set method is a changing element. Sort method means, so the collection class, the method can be used to sort an array list. For sorting purpose, the sorting functionality purpose, we are using sort method. In this following example, we are sorted a list string type alphabetically. So alphabetical means starting from A alphabet, right? So when you are using sort method, it will sort alphabetical order. So however, this method works on numeric lists such as integer type array list as well. So it will sort means when you are mentioning integer also, it will sort in the ascending or descending order, right? So here characters means alphabetic order. So then when you are using sort method, after inserting four string objects, orange, apple, banana, pineapple, we are using sort method. So we created a fruits as an object for the array list class, which is a string type. Then we are using collections dot sort fruits. So as we all know, collections is the super interface, right? The super interface for all the collection classes. So we are using directly collections interface because all the methods available in the parent interface also, right? That means collections here the collections is a class. Okay, collections class. In the hierarchy, we have shown the collection, but this is collections. So collections is a class available in the util package. So using the collections class, we are calling the sort method. Okay, so sort method is available in the collections class. So that's why we are imported the collections class using import dot java.util.collections, and after that, while after importing it, that means the sort method available inside the collections class we are utilizing in this example in this class. So that's why we are writing directly class name dot sort method. Okay, and fruits is object name, right? So that means the array list object we are sorting using sort method. This is advanced for loop, as we all know. The new object, the fruits array list object assigned to string object, all four string objects assigned to str, and we are displaying using system.out.println str. Then it will display orange, apple, banana, pineapple in a sorted way. Sorted way means using sort method, alphabetic order, A first, apple, banana, B first, second alphabet in the sorting order. So after apple, it will display B, banana, and then O will come, right? After that, P will come, P alphabet. So orange will display as a third element, pineapple is a fourth element. So apple is a first element, banana is a second element, orange is a third element, pineapple is a fourth element. That's why the output is apple, banana, orange, pineapple. So in this system.out.println str means the other list object fruits assigned to str. So str is displaying means when you are displaying using system.out.println means it means the sorted order of fruits. So already in fruits, it is in the sorted order. That's why when you are assigning array list to str new object, the str also the sorted order. That's why it is the output should be apple, banana, orange, pineapple in a sorted way. So I'm ending up this class today. So please go through this material which I have shared with you all. Two Word documents I have shared. So understand the array list examples. Start practicing it. Sirisha, go ahead.
Venkat garu, I have a quick question, Andy.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, could you please scroll up a little bit?
Okay.
Here, just scroll up. Yeah. In this example, I mean, not this or next one. I don't know.
This one, no?
I
What is
mean,
the method name?
no,
Method name?
not that one. I mean, you defined collections dot sort. Is it right? That one.
Yeah. Correct.
I have a
The
quick question. In
yeah.
that one, suppose if we write the import, where is that?
I'll show you 1 second.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a quick question here. You imported two
Collections.
classes, is it right?
Yes.
Otherwise, if we directly import java.utilities.star, then
Yeah.
we don't need to write this collection, is it right?
Yes. That's what.
Is it
See,
right?
this is yes. That is correct. That's
Oh,
what I am
okay.
mentioning. If you are giving directly star, import
Oh,
Java dot util like this. Import Java dot util dot star. Sorry, star. Like this means no need to write these two lines.
okay.
That means when you are giving star means it is a meaning is all available classes inside util package we are importing. So when you are giving this line java.util.star means no need to write these two lines. We can remove this two lines.
And
Simply you can write
sorry, I am
no
disturbing.
problem.
Then even we don't need to give this collections.sort also. Is it right? Directly we can give the
Yeah.
array.
No need to give because star means it is collection is collections, not collection. Collection is an interface name. Collections is a class name. The difference. So collections is one of the class similar to array list in the util package. That's why see, for the understanding purpose, this is a practice time, right? When I
Okay.
am giving directly star means we don't know what is collections class. We don't know what is array list class. For the practice purpose to understand better way, we are giving the directly class names here. When we are getting what are the classes available in util package, then we can use directly import java.util.star.
Oh,
Okay.
I got it. And I have another question is,
Yeah.
right now I'm working on the methods. I have
Okay.
a quick question because suppose if we have two packages
Uh-huh.
and we want call one method in one package to another package, is it
Yeah.
possible?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
also
You
we
can.
have to write any import package
No.
like
No.
that?
See, import means always in the collections, right? Import.
Okay.
We need to use import, but public. If it is in this separate packages, right? So
Yeah.
obviously, package means definitely we need to import that package in the class. Okay.
So how I mean I
Example,
don't know.
you
You
created
understand?
a package 1. You have
Yeah.
some 10 classes. In
Yes.
package 2, you have some 5 classes. So in the from package 2 to you want to call the method available in a class in the package 1.
Yes.
Then when you are creating a class in package 2 under package 2, so import the package 1 into the class. Import package name, and then you can use the call the method available in a particular class in the package 1. Example,
Oh,
how you will call the methods? You need to create an object and then you need to call, right? So you
yes.
need to create an object for that class and you can call object dot that particular method.
Oh, okay.
Example, importing means the class is importing, right? So you can create the object in the new class for the imported package class.
So we have to write the import which package, I mean which method we are
In the
calling from the package. We have to write that sentence. Is it right?
create a
Import
object.
package 1.
Yeah, example, see if you are writing here package
Mm.
package 1. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you need to write package 2. Okay. So
Okay.
you are creating a class inside the package 2.
Oh.
Then you are calling package 1 methods, class methods.
Oh.
Then you need to import this package. Okay.
Okay.
And then you need to import means like the same way. Import the
Oh.
package name. Okay. You need to give the whole package the naming convention.
Okay.
Then you can create an object for the class. In the package 1, you have some class 1 class name test. Test is a class name. Okay. You need to create a object for that class. After importing, you can create a, or else you can call using directly class name that method also. Like
directly
here,
into the main.
yeah.
Is
See
it
here,
right? Oh.
collections is a class name.
Oh,
Directly we are
yeah.
calling sort method using collections because you are already imported class name. So here no need to create object again. So class name dot sort you can call
Oh.
that way. You can try this and let me know tomorrow, means in the next class.
Oh, okay. I will do that one because just
Okay.
now I am thinking like that. I did one of the classes in I mean
Yeah.
one method in two different classes.
Okay.
Just now I came up an idea about this one. How can we
Yeah, we
import
can
one
import it.
method from one package to another package?
Yes, yes. And also in the Eclipse IDE, that is advantage. We have proper structure, right? Within the package only we are storing, we are creating the classes.
Yes.
So that's why always in the Eclipse, first we need to create our package. Under the package, we need to create the classes.
Oh.
That's why the proper structure. Then only you
Oh.
can import the package in other package, like when you're creating a classes.
Oh, so I mean, if we want two different packages, we should explicitly write import package. Is it right?
Yeah, because
Okay.
example, you are creating a class under package 2. Obviously, you need to call the methods of package 1 means you need to import package.
Oh.
Okay, because
Okay.
this here also see we are importing the Java util package. So Java util package is having all the classes, right? Here
Okay.
array list is only doing, if you are giving star means the util package java.util package is having all the collection classes. So we are importing all the collection classes. Now example, directly you can call the methods of the collections. So we are calling the collections.sort. This way we can use it.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Venkatgar. Thank you for
This is good question. So see, first I have shared 3 materials. One is for the OOPS concept, the 2 other materials for the collections. The OOPS concepts are just read all these packages, the constructors, the final, everything we have they have mentioned it. So go through the, I think 2 more days holidays, I think tomorrow and day after tomorrow, Thursday and Friday I heard. So in these holidays, just go through the materials and just start practicing the Eclipse IDE. All these examples.
Venkatgar, if you don't mind, may I know where can we get this material?
No, I think you can ask Venkat. Venkat, I have shared with Venkat.
Oh,
so
okay.
Venkat will share with you all.
Okay.
I emailed you all, right? 2 days back. Can you please check your
I
emails?
missed it, I think. Yeah. Already
I
Venkat
will
shared
check,
with.
Venkatgar. I didn't see the.
Okay.
Gmail I sent everyone, all 4.
Okay.
Copied,
I will check that
I
one.
copied you also.
I have got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think someone liked Aditya or someone. You only, Mangala. Within 10 minutes, you replied email. Yeah.
Okay, then just
Okay.
start practicing. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.